welcome to Preservation of One. I'm your host, Alexandria August. So, I just got back from travel, right? Yeah, I'm wore the fuck out. But, anyways, listen, let's talk about this here. This whole Diddy trial, right? It's saying that the judge is weighing whether to overturn Sean Diddy Combs' prostitution related convictions. Hell yeah, they should be overturned. You know why? Because those were willing participants. Now, if he forced them there or made them come there, that's something totally different. Now, when they got up in there, if they wanted to leave, if he refused them to leave, that's a horse of another color. That's a different beast. But for them to willingly come to those freak out parties and they are grown, that's not on him. That's on them. They took their behind back. But not only that, if they went one time and was met with any type of difficulty, and they chose to go back the second time, third time, fourth time, that's not on him. That's on them. That's on the alleged victims. They're not victims because they kept willingly participating in what he was doing. Okay, I'm grown. Okay, if I go to a party, if I go to any type of setup, a party, function, shindig, whatever you want to call it, I go the first time, I'm getting bad vibes. I'm getting some pushback about me leaving or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm getting forced into doing something that I don't want to do. You think I'm going to go back? Hells no. You think I'm going to want him to pay my rent? You think I'm going to want him to take care of me? Any type of, uh, just willing long term care just for me to continue to party with him, to continue to have sex with him, or anything of that such. No, you know why? Because I wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do it. You're grown. There's no way in hell. You're going to tell me because, well, hell, people do it all the time. But you know what the kick is? They do it willingly. They open for that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Sugar babies, sugar daddies, sugar boys, or whatever the hell you want to call these people. You know what I'm saying? They know what the game is, and they willing to take the pay to fulfill that service. And what it all comes with that service, that's on them because they chose to step into that type of lifestyle. Not saying it's right, not saying that it's wrong, but it's a fact. So if this man is sitting up here willingly paying your bills, providing your lifestyle, and you're participating in these freak offs, that's not on Sean P. Diddy Combs. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's more so on them. You know? All the crazy things that they say he did and all that stuff. Guess what? That was in they dang on bedroom. Okay? If you get looking at people's bedrooms, I'm quite sure your damn jaw drop. Okay? And it's not just Sean P. Diddy Combs. Okay? No, I'm not an advocate for him. No, I am not for him. But I'm just saying, when you look at the facts, it don't line up with what they saying. That's all I got to say about that. I mean, it doesn't make any doggone sense. You know? So it's like, wait, what you gonna do? Come with a whole nother separate charge? Because those charges that's on him, it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. And yes, I have been paying attention to the case. But yeah, but on the same token, I also feel like this here, it's I do feel like this here, it's a slap in the face for people that has really faced forced prostitution, forced sex trafficking, forced slavery. That's a slap in their face because those are people that actually went through it who never agreed to do any of it. You know what I'm saying? Never agreed to, participate in none of that. Go anywhere with nobody. They didn't, volunteer to keep going back to certain establishments, facilities, or whatever you call them, houses, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? For a good time to pay. These people were actually forced into that. That's not Sean P. Diddy on Combs victims' cases. From what I read. You know what I'm saying? That's not their case. So it's like a slap in the face. That's like the girl. I think her name no. She's out. The brown girl, she's out. But it was another case that I seen, and I'm talking off the top of my head, so I don't have the facts for this here. A couple cases where they were forced into their adopters had forced them into sexual acts and held them over a period of time, raping them and doing whatever they wanted to do with them. Now, it's been a couple cases where the victims, these real victims, actually killed the perp or injured the perp, and they end up going to jail behind it. And a lot of them got a good bit of sentence behind their self-defense against somebody who held them against their will. Now, I do feel like those victims, they need to be freed from jail. I do feel like the girl who, what was it, like four people, multiple people, let's just say that, just to be on the safe side, multiple people attacked her brother or whatever. They was jumping her brother. They was damn near they was trying to kill her brother. So what she did was she shot those people. You know, not saying that's wrong, not saying that's right, but on the same token, you see a bunch of people jumping your people, you gonna react too. And I don't feel like, if anything, she should get probation. If anything, but she darn sure no, she darn sure needs to get let out of jail. Seriously, that's like her situation is kind of, it's almost like, but it's a difference. Like when the lady came outside and the cop was out there trying to kill her husband, what he was doing, choking him, and she shot the cop. And if I'm not mistaken, she got off, you know, because this cop was sitting up there using unnecessary force and almost killed that man. But thank God for his hopefully bride. That man better not ever leave that woman, okay? He better not ever leave her. He better stick with her, okay? But anyway, because she took a chance on him. But anyway, but she did the right thing, though, you know? So, yeah, with this girl and with these dudes that was out there that was jumping her brother, and she telling them to stop, and they didn't stop, and it couldn't get broke up, so she handled her business. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know, situations like that. Yeah, go ahead and let the people up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. At the end of the day, if real solutions are found to correct situations, there would be no need to build more prisons. Stop making money off of damn people. You know what I'm saying? Like that, in that type of way. If somebody, I always felt like this here. If somebody is heavily addicted to drugs, okay, guess what prison or jail gonna do? Dry them out. Guess what rehab gonna do? Or some type of, yeah, some type of rehab gonna do? Um, Dry them out. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy when the rich people, when they be out here on all kind of stuff, they go to retreats and stuff like that. Okay? Form some type of coalition with these retreats to where people that's underprivileged can actually go to these retreats and actually get the decent service that they need. Get the actual service that they need. You know what I'm saying? Not asylums, not prisons, not jails, but actual retreats, actual community rehabs. You know what I'm saying? Where they got to stay on the premises for X amount of time. Let them dry out. Let them face their demons. Let them face whatever it is that they're going through to where they can beat that doggone habit. You see what I'm saying? Put them in there. Put them in jail. That's not really, you know what I'm saying? It's, for some people get it, some people don't. But I'm just saying, it's better ways to treat people and actually treat them like humans and actually get them the decent services. It seems as if it's more so. It seems as if.
Right there. Yeah, that's 40 years ago.
I know you lying. It seems as if. This is just my opinion. It seems as if that's like the only solution for certain things when it's not. It's like programs that are not developed or underdeveloped, and that could be beneficial for people with certain situations. You know what I'm saying? They go unnoticed because it's either an asylum, jail, prison, or um, asylum, jail, prison, um, to combat certain situations when they really need like a real good sturdy rehab. Don't get me wrong, some people do got some mental issues, and they do need to go, they need to go to counseling. They ain't got to go through shock therapy and all these extensive chemical drugs and stuff like that. But I'm just saying that it could be better ways that it could be done. But it's like a lack of programs, and it's like, um, we know it's a lack of programs, so we're not going to acknowledge a lot of programs that's out here to actually help combat things, situations. So we'll just put them in prison. That way they can make money off of them. That's some corrupt shit right there. You know what I'm saying? That's just like when so many situations where people went to jail and they got charged with larceny for going to the grocery store multiple times, stealing meat, stealing food for their family. Now, some of them be up and they stealing meat and stealing food, trying to, feed their addiction. But you actually got some people that actually go up in there that really just ain't got no fucking help. And I can't say it enough. If you realize the dynamics in a lot of people's families that have children, yes, I'm not saying that it's not the family's fault that they have multiple children or that they have a child. But what I'm saying is, our families are so freaking thrown off and so got doggone jacked up, and we became so high and mighty in our views to where the shit is unreal, and we wonder why we can't get no god doggone where. As a whole, I'm talking about every race and every damn color. These superior complexes, these narcissist complexes, these god doggone fucking dysfunctional complexes is why we are, and colonizing complexes is why we are where the fuck we are as a whole, as a people in this world. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. Now, this is going to piss a lot of people off. How can we holler we're spiritual? How can we holler we're Christian? How can we holler this and that, but we got hate in our heart for another doggone person? Let's just be real about it. Whether if it's color, whether if it's, their doings, whether if it's, just whatever that divides us as a people. Everybody has been brought up different. You know what I'm saying? So everybody view things different. Why we just can't respect each other's mind and keep it pushing? And just respect each other and keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Aren't you supposed to treat your neighbor like you would treat yourself? You know what I'm saying? And we do none of this. But back to what I was saying. So a lot of people, they just really truly ain't got no help. The family whole set up is not structured. You got households that are structured. But when you're talking about as far as the whole family, if you got maybe nowadays, if you got maybe 5-6 generations, you are blessed. You are truly lucky. Okay? That is truly impressive. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. If you got maybe 5, yeah, some people got maybe like 5 or whatever. However the case may be, right? So if you extend that out from your great grandmothers and your grandmothers and your daughters and your sons and their children, this and that, this and that. So you got multiple generations, you got multiple people in a family. If everybody could stick together, do you know how much wealth would be in that family? Do you know how great that would be? Not just a couple stable homes. And shit, all the homes could be stable. But at the end of the day, guess what? Everybody needs something sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if you really think about it, if you really, really think about it, it's a lot of times how a lot of people and how a lot of us or whatever, we feel a certain type of way about certain things, how certain things is done against us as far as government, right? But then our whole family dynamic is just as jacked up. You know what I'm saying? That's just my god doggone opinion on that situation or whatever. So, but yeah, and it's crazy because the more the family, the closer the family is, and the more the family talks and actually resolve situations, find resolutions for problems, it is a higher chance, or any type of issue, or any type of dysfunction, or any type of disagreement, however you want to call it, word it, whatever, the more that there are listening ears, less judgment, more help, more building each other up, the less likely it is for a lot of situations that a lot of people go through to have happened or to possibly arise. Right? You know what I'm saying? Getting if you get in the girls' heads young about life, that's not saying that they won't, and the boys. It's not saying that they won't rebel, but I'm just saying eventually at some point in time they got to come back to what's instilled in them because it's gonna start hitting hard. You know what I'm saying? Now when it may come back, I don't know. Some people just slower than others. You know what I'm saying? Some people like, I got it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. And some people just got to go through multiple trials and tribulations until they decide to let that side of them go and just say, you know what? Nah, I ain't doing none of that. I'm just go ahead and change. I'm just go ahead and do a whole 360, a whole roundabout, and say bump all that unnecessary stuff and clutteration, and I'm gonna go ahead and keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. But either way, the case may be, the stronger the family is, the better the world is. You know, and a lot of people, a lot of times, and I feel like this too. I felt like this too. Um, like everybody, when I was younger, I felt like this, and well, either way, I felt like this. Like a lot of people, they have cultures. They are tied to cultures, and that's their foundation, and they keep their foundation solid. And when it comes to the Black American people, it's almost like we don't have a culture, but we do have a culture. But it's almost like we don't have traditions, but we do have traditions. Somebody made a comment not too long ago when they were talking about, it was on Instagram. I seen it maybe a couple days ago or something like that. And he was saying how some people use religion to control their family members, or to control their family members, and to keep them from voicing their opinion or being who they're going to be. I'm just going to say I thought that was a good analysis. What he had said. Me personally, I don't get into religion. I respect everybody's religion, and I try to respect everybody's views. Now, when you get to talking about some deep dark shit, yeah, I don't want the parts of that, because I'm gonna pray for you and hope that you heal your mind, heart, and your soul. Okay, but I'm just gonna say it was an interest. His view was very interesting. I will say that. I believe in God. Okay, or whatever. But either way the case may be, um, back to Mr. Combs. Mr. Combs need not to party with nobody else. That's all I got to say. Get you some day ones, stick with your day ones, keep it pushing as long as they ain't changing up on you. Stick with some people who you been partying with and that y'all got y'all agreement with, and keep pushing. Stop inviting all these people into that old crazy stuff that you over there doing. Just off the chain, just unhinged, just wretched, okay? Just freaky, just yeah, 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 just crazy. Anyway, I'm your host, Alexandria August. Don't forget to get a copy of my book, A Conversation with Alexandria August. And women, us beautiful women. Let me say this here. Us beautiful women. Did I say go get a copy of A Conversation with Alexandria August? Oh, okay. Now go ahead and grab that book. Oh, okay. So anyway, women, listen. At the end of the day, you got just as much free will as a man. Okay? I understand it. Nobody want to get a 9 to 5. Nobody want a regular job, right? I didn't give a damn. When I was working, I didn't give a damn. I work a 9 to 5 in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? It's called being responsible. It's called taking care of business. It's called taking care of your family. It's called paying your bills. Okay? Now, with that being said, sometimes you might be paying bills. You might be paying up bills for months. You might be planning a vacation. Your child or your children may need such and such. So guess what? Some of them days your ass might not even got enough to buy you a soda pop. But your shit paid and your household taken care of, okay? You probably ain't getting Louis and Gucci and all that stuff there. But guess what? Your business is handled. Okay. Let us get out of that mindset. Okay. We need Louis. We need Gucci. We need Prada. We need Chanel. We need all these. What is it, Brahim? What is Birkin and Brahim? What is it, Brahimian or whatever? Listen here. That stuff is wants, okay? And if you got to deal with a man that's gonna possibly mistreat you for you to get it, you do better going out getting you a regular 9 to 5, saving your money, and getting what you want, just like the rest of us, okay? Cause you ain't got to deal with that shit, okay? At the end of the day, you deserve respect, love, okay? You deserve to be treated like you, okay? I don't say queen, and I don't consider myself as a queen because I'm a woman. I'm a black woman. The other word for queen is whore in a lot of cultures. Okay, these are facts. Look it up. So, you are a woman. I don't care what color you is. You are a woman. At the end of the day, you got some type of pride. I can understand you letting the ego go. I can understand that. That don't really serve nobody too tough. Not always. You know what I'm saying? If it's in a good way and it works for you, do you. But you got pride. You know? You got self-respect. You got confidence. You got self-esteem. Now go find it if you feel like you ain't got it. Go find it. Because that's what's causing your depression. You're lacking that self-esteem. You're lacking that confidence. You're lacking that self-pride. Huh? You lacking that self-worth. Huh? Or either you just ain't figured it out yet. Okay? You just ain't saw you. That's what's causing that depression. Okay? Women and men. Find these things. When you get on that journey, you're going to find the other shit you've been missing, okay? Then you're going to become unfuckable. Hear me now. Excuse my language. It's on and popping from there. That's all I got to say. Get you a copy of my book, A Conversation with Alexandria August. I am your host, Alexandria August. Thank you.